stick a brick in it.
Where are we gonna get bricks?
The walls.
Make more
Make
holes.
more holes, yes.
Perfect, let's get started.
Anyways.
So you do this then, Lucilim? Plug up the other holes with ice?
Well, yeah, it seems like a good enough temporary solution.
Alright, you ray of frost the other holes that are above the surface. As you do, only actually one hole you heard something squeak as you released a ray of frost within it. The other ones are filled with ice without any reaction.
That's reassuring, but we do still have to take care of the ones that are within the room itself.
Where is Kathros right now?
You know, I'll probably still be in the basement. I'll probably be just killing off ones I see.
Alright. So if you want to do that, roll me an investigation check if you want to finish off the other rats that are around the basement. Or if you want to track the rats, you got a survival check.
Oh, I can use the survival check.
Yeah, you can use a survival check.
Never mind.
Okay. For some reason, the dank, musty smell of the rats is bothering you as you're trying to look for them, instead of actually helping you look for them. You manage to kill the ones that are actually visible on the corners and some on the crates. What's Elu doing?
Well, I was gonna run around and try to stab any rats I saw as well.
Alright, you want to actually look for rats in, like, the crates and the barrels and stuff?
Sure.
Roll me investigation.
Nope.
Didn't... Yeah, you helped Kathros kill the visible rats. But, as far as you know, you've killed all the rats down here.
I found out that this basement is really dark, and it's really...
It's even darker for Illuminino.
yeah, just dark.
It's advanced darkness.
Need level 2 dark vision for that.
Journeyman darkness.
But we have superior dark vision already.
After a while, Arcturus finally joins you guys. It is now nighttime, and Barthol is like, "So did you do it? Is that it? Is that every rat?"
Hell if
Most
I know.
of them.
Goes down and inspects your work. He rummages through his stuff, and there's still like a few rats that pop out. Not very thorough.
Can you at least pay me?
He looks at you and is like, "Well, temporary solution's not exactly wiping out all the rats, but here you go." And he gives you 3 gold.
That works until we find a permanent solution anyway.
Let's just leave and go find Lysandra or whatever the cat's name is.
I was hoping she'd be down there for convenience sake and, you know, 2 birds and 1 stone and all
Well,
that.
if she managed to squeeze into a hole, you froze her.
Those were rat-sized holes.
Maybe she was only a rat-sized mealing.
Maybe she was a kid in Merling.
No, he said she was an older cat.
Oh, he actually remembered.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna tell them where Bach's at. See if we want to get him to see if we can talk him into helping us or not.
Or everyone's gonna go over to where Bach is.
Do we have to?
Sure.
No. That's what Elker's trying to get you to do, though.
Are we done here with the thing?
Temporarily.
With the rats, yeah.
What time is it now?
Nighttime. The sun is no longer up in the sky. Yeah, you'd assume it's about 7 o'clock.
Might be a good time to look for Cassandra.
I was gonna say we could wait a bit for that. It's only
Yeah,
7,
that's
I mean,
fine,
it probably won't be, like, the best time.
Anyways, are we off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Bach?
Buck wishes he was a wizard.
I think it'd be the wonderful wizard of Elu.
And we already have him.
Yay! Yeah, I guess we're gonna go back to Bach.
If we must. For now.
Alright, another few minutes heading back to the Arcane Gardens. Within the Arcane Gardens, you see a bunch of glow beetles that are decorating the gardens as they fly around. And you head directly towards the library, where Bach is not out, but you ask about it from the two guards that were guarding the library and call on Bach and tell him that there's people looking for you.
Oh no. Did I cast my spell when they
You
approached?
did. One of the guards approach, cast a spell.
They know they walk into a zone of truth when they enter.
They
by the
know,
way.
they do. The guard just raises his eyebrow and tells you that tells you the truth that there are people looking outside for you. Tells you that that was wholly unneeded.
Maybe not for you. Guys watch the books for me?
I hope they say no.
It's just one guy.
Okay.
He says no. They shouldn't fly off by themselves. Or I think not, as he leaves.
But what if I give you some gold?
He just continues walking.
Watch some books.
Watch some books, man. Don't want people moving those books on me. Bach reluctantly leaves the books as we're there.
Actually, you know what, before that, just so we can get some more checks in, roll me a persuasion check. Stops walking and turns back. How much gold are we talking about?
5 gold pieces. I hold them out.
Just to watch these books?
Just to
Alright.
watch these books. Don't let anybody touch them.
Takes your gold and then just sits on the table and scans over some of the books that you're reading.
You stay here, you won't jet? You won't leave prematurely?
Got nothing else to do. I'm guarding this place anyway. Hopefully you won't be too long.
Bach skips off through the door.
So the party is soon greeted with a Bach with a tired look on his face after reading all those books. Did find out something though.
Okay, Bach. These are the ones that know all the shit, basically.
What do they know about fecal matter?
Not literally, you dunce.
Yes, hello too, gobshite.
So you guys are just standing there, insulting each other, as glow beetles drift about you.
Bach takes advantage of this moment while he's outside to light a pipe.
And as you do, the glow beetles that were around you spread out. What's everyone doing right now?
Explain shit to Bach so he knows what to look for.
Well, I would like to start heading back to the alleyway and explain on the way. Oh, you're not leaving the library just... Okay. That's okay, we can deal with that. I'll explain to him that we're looking for a necklace that is, made of platinum and has shining stones on it.
Super expensive.
And it's of a Tory making, I guess, of origins.
Okay, that's enough information for me to go on. Unfortunately...
Well, let's go back to the alleyway. Bach was helpful.
Oh, you asshole, Bach.
So, Catharos runs back towards the, alleyway.
See you tomorrow.
So, everyone is just walking back, right? And Catharos is running back, or is everyone running back?
One moment, actually. If you wait for me to finish my smoke, I can augury this. I can consult the ashes. Augury is a ritual for me, so I could cast that if they want it.
Already running back, but if they want you to,
Yeah.
then...
The rest of the party is still there.
Do what you want. I'm going with Catharos.
I'm back on Luslam's shoulders. So I mean, like, I can't move until Luslam does.
Well, okay, so Cathros is heading back to the alley.
Yeah, he's running back to the alley.
Well, then-
Catharos just left.
Yeah, Lucilim's gonna go back too. Better that than to remain in the company of Bach.
Well, Bach did offer.
Bach offered augury. Do you want to stay there for a bit?
Fine.
Oh, you're gonna actually do it? I was gonna do it after you guys left anyway.
Well, may as well see what happens and then go.
Takes the last puff of his pipe. Any specifics you'd like to ask it? And then while he's saying that, he blows a big puff of smoke in your face.
You know what? I should just throttle you.
Intentionally
That
doesn't
was
mean to me.
rude.
So what do you ask the augury?
Okay, so... Well, out of character, what would you recommend asking?
Specifics of where you want to find the like. I can ask it the chances of finding the
Basically,
in a certain
it's gonna
location.
give a yes, no, or maybe answer to whatever question you ask it.
Gonna be very specific.
Like,
To whatever
Is-
that's gonna happen within. Is it an hour?
Yeah. The party's actions within an hour, half hour, or something.
like,
It's the next 30 minutes.
or something like, is Cassandra the Mirling in the general area, or will she be in the general area
It has to be
within...
a specific course of action you will take. So it's like, will we find Cassandra
Oh.
in said location? Will we find
Alright,
Cassandra here? Or you could ask it a general one, like, will we find Cassandra tonight?
alright
It
then.
will, but that's not. That's very low.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
Because if
30
it's only in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Alright.
Will we blindly find Cassandra in the next 30 minutes?
Cassandra the Mirling, to be more specific.
Yeah, probably. That could probably backfire.
Yeah. Well, I guess...
Specific
Probably in the vicinity of that alleyway, I guess.
Lusalim and party find Cassandra the Mirling in the alleyway they were searching earlier. I tap it out into my hand.
as you tap it out your hand, you see what's laid in your palm is a mist and a luminino?
Try again later?
You don't know. That's how I'm gonna deliver auguries now, is an image. And you see if that is a yes or a no or whatever. But basically you see what seems to be a mist and a luminino.
Let's say,
Maybe.
Lusalim, it's rather hard to decipher. I think it's a very vague. Try again later kind of thing.
Oh, I may as well have just left here earlier then. And not bothered.
Thanks for taking up my precious time, and he extends out the hand that has the ashes all over it.
I'm just gonna smack your hand away. And then leave, with Elu on my shoulders.
Wonders what he did to offend. He turns to go back into the library.
Alright. So, Kathros is first to the scene. What's Kathros doing right now? The alley is extra quiet. There are less people around now. They've gone back to their houses.
Well, any Mirlings, I guess, would be the thing I'd be...
I guess an investigation. Or if you want to track a Mirling, survival.
Does only Kathros get to do that? Or have we not caught up with him yet?
I've not caught up with him yet.
Okay.
I ran ahead, so...
And Alcus was just
I'm
walking.
gonna see if I can track
Yeah.
him here.
I made the foolish decision of staying behind and wasting even more of my time.
I know, right?
So, you certainly hear some cat calls from a Mirling, but it's not from this area, it's farther away.
Cat calls.
Mirling calls.
Kathros was one sexy mama jama.
I'm sorry.
The Mirling noises seems to have been coming from near the harbor. You don't hear any Mirling noises around this part. You don't see any Mirling traces about here.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go towards...
You see some fur. It's brown fur, and
Brown, oh.
you're sure that it could be a Mirling.
Yeah, sure, I'll go on top of the roof. Why not? I haven't climbed anything yet, so...
Okay. Roll me an athletics check. So yeah, you've successfully hopped on a roof of a house and noticed there have been Mirlings here before, but it seems that whatever fur or tracks you find are very worn and very old. You'd assume days old.
Well, that's not good. So I did hear some coming from, like, Mirling noises from the harbor.
You do. And you do see a small creature that dashed from building to building. It seems to be larger than a Mirling. Just noticed this as you finish checking out some fur that was on the rooftops. And it seems to be heading on a different direction to where you hear the mirroring noises. And finally, Alcaris catches up, and he sees you on top of the roof.
Well, I want to go ahead and chase this thing, so...
Alcaris sees Catharos just dashes out of his vision.
The hell are you doing?
I'm gonna say I'm too focused to hear him.
Catharos just says, I'm too focused to hear you.
No, that's not what he says.
Yeah. I actually said it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, do you actually say it or not?
No, I don't. I'm not that sad.
Okay.
Sassy meatball.
So you just saw Catharos for a brief moment as he then dashes towards a direction. If you're gonna try and follow this thing, roll me another survival check. Roll me a perception check too. See if you got a closer look at this thing. Certainly had a good look at this thing. It looked like a Luminino. But from the Lumininos you've seen so far, it looked very different. It was a lot lankier, a lot more slender, and it was moving on all fours.
How far away is it? I mean, obviously I can see it, but...
While you were chasing it, you saw it, but now you've lost track of it, but you're pretty sure it went towards a certain direction of town as you're hopping from roof to roof. But it was going through under rooftops, going down alleyways and back up roofs again. And basically you lost sight of where it actually went to, but you feel that it went towards this direction.
I guess I'll head in that direction a little while, but not for insanely too long. So I'll go for a little bit, see if I see it, and then if I don't, I'll turn back and go back to the alley.
Alright. What's Alcaris doing while he's chasing this thing?
I'm gonna try and climb up there and follow behind as best as I can.
Right, roll me an athletics check. Oh, dang. Yeah, Catharos manages to pull himself up on one of the,
Alcaris?
What did I say? Did I say Catharos?
Catharos.
Me, yeah.
Okay, Alcaris managed to pull himself up on the first spout of one of the buildings, and he manages to reach on top, and he sees far in the distance Alcaris hopping from roof to roof. Catharos hopping from roof to roof. If you want to actually follow him, roll me an acrobatics check. He is far faster than you, but you manage to still know where he's headed to as you're following him way behind. And once Catharos finally loses track of this thing and slows down and looks for this thing towards that direction, you manage to catch up finally. Alcaris still has no idea what Catharos is doing.
Hooray!
He didn't actually see this thing. Only Catharos did. And at that time that Catharos and Alcaris met, Lucilim would have reached the warehouse.
With me riding on him.
Yeah. So Lucilim arrives at the warehouse. He sees Alcaris and Catharos nowhere in sight.
Great.
What is he doing?
Well, he'll probably just keep going slower pace while looking around everywhere to see if he can catch sight of anybody.
But mind you, you're still at the alleyway.
Yeah.
Looking for mirrorlings.
And, you know, his companions.
Mm-hmm.
Moose, I had a thought.
Yeah?
What if that necklace, what if the collar was actually a magical bauble that transformed Cassandra into something else?
Maybe. Who knows?
And that's why he wasn't able to find her.
Concerned about how much insight you gave me in that Ogwary that I just couldn't decipher.
Well, he did say something about a Luminino.
Luminino, yeah, exactly.
Where's the mist?
And
There you
missed.
are.
Yeah, and I would have, like, at the time, I would have interpreted that as, hey, maybe one of our Luminino friends finds the
That was-
Mirrorling.
going through Bach's head, but the mist made it kind of ambiguous, so...
Yeah.
Bach should have relayed that there was Illuminato involved, but he didn't.
Yeah.
We
Because
will
he's a dunce.
only find the Mirling when Illumino visits England.
I kind of pictured Balmoral to be kind of
London-y?
London-y, yeah.
Where's Big Ben?
There hasn't been a clock tower, but...
Alcaraz just caught up with Cathros, as Cathros is now looking around. What's Alcaraz doing?
I was going to ask exactly what he's doing up here.
I'll just say there's a lumen not like you.
Also, just for visuals, this is probably the closest I could find where it would relay what Balmoral looks like.
Oh,
Cool, yeah.
it's like Haven from Heroes 5.
A lot less white
Yeah, but that's what it reminds me of.
and blue. But what you'd be looking at would be probably a view from the Arcane Gardens, and there wouldn't be a castle there, it would be more like an estate.
Okay.
And it'd be much closer to the ground.
Do all three of the lords live in different
Kinda.
states?
Kinda looks like Italy or something, but with cool colors instead of warm colors.
All the lords live in different estates?
Lords?
Yeah, the three
founders.
lords run Balmoral, the founders.
No,
Do
they all live in one big house.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they have one massive estate, or if they have three
Well-
separate estates.
Bach assumes that Lady Mirabelle, or the Blue Lady, is at the estate. Aside from that, how much would you probably know? I'm not quite sure.
I seem to know a lot more about Claymore. A little bit of Maribel, but Kestrel seems
What do you know
pretty-
about Claymore, even?
We've had a lot of
Where do you
run-ins
know
with
about
the
Claymore?
blades now. The Blade of
From
Wings.
where?
And
From who?
I've heard, well, yeah, I haven't heard a lot about him, but I've heard all the shit he's involved in, really.
Oh, right. From
See,
all
he's-
you did ask around
The
that one
rumors,
time, right?
Yeah.
From that, you would know that at the barracks is, like, behind the barracks, there's actually another keep-looking place. That's likely where all the elite knights and Claymore himself would be. As for Kestrel, you have no idea.
Secretive one.
But
I want to get in with.
yeah, what's Cathros and Alcaraz doing?
I'd be explaining to him that I saw something that to me looked like a Luminino, but it didn't look like Alcaraz does. And I would mention that I did see it one time before too. I'm sure on top of the roof, outside the I think it was outside the fighter or the Blade of Wings
Wasn't it when we
building.
just came inside the building? Or it's basically when we just came inside the city, essentially?
Yeah, somewhere.
That same night? Yeah.
This is what he saw.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Alright. Any chance I can see it?
He's already lost track of it. He's just looking around right now and is explaining to you what he saw and what he did.
Alright. So then, probably not any chance I could, spot something similar moving anywhere then like that.
Well, he knows the direction where this thing went. If both of you want to look for him, I can let one of you, both of you actually, roll with advantage.
Well, are we, or do we want to?
Or if you want to head back to where the other guys are.
See if we can spot him first.
Okay. What was the roll again?
Right now, I'd say investigation. Yeah, you've no idea where it went now. But you were sure it was headed towards this direction. This area of town is mostly just townspeople living here. It seems to be a poorer part of town, but not like slums poor.
Alright.
Perhaps we should just head back then.
I was thinking the same.
So we'll head back to loosen them and.
After a while, you finally find each other in the alleyway after Elu's walking around the alleyways looking for Mirlings to no avail. Although I'd say Lucilim did hear those mirroring calls from near the harbor. I'm not entirely sure if you were to follow those or stay here and actually meet them. Oh, they're coming back.
Well, I don't know how long their little adventure took, because I did say that Lucilim would have kept on moving to see if he could find them or Meerlings.
I'd say a good hour.
Oh wow.
Going around and back to you guys.
Well, he would not have loitered for an hour.
So you would have headed towards where the mirroring noises were.
Yeah, that I think that's where he would have thought to find them.
So Kathros and Alcaris reaches back to the warehouse, but they see no Gilgash in sight. And
what kind of game is this?
Lucilim reaches part of the harbor district, where there's several warehouses that are closed down. But you do see 3 or so mirrorlings on top of the roofs. One of them meowing, catcalling constantly.
Who wouldn't want to catcall Lucilim? Right, well, I assume that both Kathros and I would have had some of that bait stuff that Cassandra's
would
owner
actually have been carrying that.
I know I asked to take it, so it likely would have just been me then.
Is that true, Kathros? You didn't have it, right? It was Lucilim that had it?
No, it was all Lucilim. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'll hold out some of it and see if any of the Meerlings come. They probably all would, but maybe one in particular would be most interested.
Well, handling, I guess.
Oh.
After a while, you actually get attention of the Mirrorlings, and a couple of them actually head your way. And one is a dark orange color, the other is brown color. And they basically beg for you for what you're trying to bait them for. Or like rubbing their bodies against you.
Well, he'll give them some. But, is there any way for him to know which one's really Cassandra, assuming, with the possibility in mind that Cassandra lost her collar?
Well, you haven't actually seen Cassandra, and from the description, you were only given an orange-colored
like they all are. Maybe Cassandra would recognize her name, perhaps? I don't know.
You want to call it out?
Sure.
And Lucilim does so. They don't seem to respond.
Well, free Meerlings for me.
I'd say, just so we can get things rounded up here, Kathros finally follows the noises as well, and finds Lucilim there feeding Meerlings.
Yeah, let's go find them anyway.
Just, I'm not giving them all the bait, though, just a little bit.
Right. Enough for them to hang around you.
Yeah.
Let's just take one and buy a new necklace.
Yeah. And it turns out we picked a male Meerling. I mean, I think we should take one anyway, just for a pet. 'Cause I know Elu wants one and Lucilim wants one. Win-win. We can have a Brufa and a Meerling. Or 2 Meerlings.
I wouldn't object.
I could test some of my alchemical experiments on it.
No.
Without even missing a beat, just no.
They're messing with some poison.
Can't you just use yourself as a test subject?
No, my constitution's too high.
Thought about it.
So you're just gonna take one of them?
At least one.
Which one?
I don't know, aren't they pretty much the same?
Well, one's a darker color than the other.
Which one's the friendliest one?
The one that's just brown.
Just a plain brown, not the darker one?
No, the one is a dark orange.
Okay, I guess Lusalim will pick up the brown one and, show him to Elu and see what Elu thinks.
I pet it.
Roll me in animal handling.
Oh no.
Fine, I got this.
Oh!
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you. Yeah, you guys got it. As you're holding it, it seems to purr and basically rubs its head against your hands as you pet it.
We got a meerling!
Yes!
More mouths to feed.
No, it could hunt for its own food, really. I'm sure there are tons of, like, mice and stuff and plenty of fish in the streams we'll be walking by.
Oh, you're actually gonna bring this merely in your adventures?
Well, I mean, as soon as my Brufa is, you know, full health, the kitty or Meerling could just, like, you know, chill out with the Brufa. We wouldn't bring him into danger or anything.
Come on, man. You watched Avatar.
No.
No?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
No, I'm not
GM
into that show.
got the lemur, and then in the second season they had the fire ferret. It's like a little adorable comic relief pet.
Yeah.
Doesn't get involved in any of the fights, but it's there.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to die. Everything is very nice.
You get the ball sometimes. It jumps on people's faces here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
scratches them, but never gets hurt.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect
Yes,
world,
the
exactly.
world is perfect, so shut up.
There was such thing as a perfect world.
Well, we've got a cat, but our client still doesn't have his
Technically.
cat.
Technically, we have 2 cats. 'Cause Cathros. He's a cat man.
Oh, ha. Got me.
Does the library close, Moose?
For how
We'll
much you
never
have
see
to pay
Bach
for a
again.
membership, I'd be, like, a little annoyed if it did close.
As the night goes on, there's less people in the library now. It's not totally empty. You still see some studious people reading books. A lot
Bach
of them old
Tell the
foggies.
time of day from inside of the library.
There are actually windows in the library, yes. And they are stained glass windows. And you would see that it is actually very dark outside.
Okay.
There are actual candles and torches inside the library also.
Ooh. Are
And-
these continuous flame candles and torches?
Seems so. They don't actually burn
Yeah, it's
or produce any heat. They just are
Nope.
producing light. So, the rest of the party. What are you guys doing now? Now that you've
Found our
caught
cats.
a Merling.
Well, I guess a choice we could make is just wait till tomorrow and then get Bach to locate the necklace.
Yeah,
If you
that
can
might
convince him
work.
to sleep.
Which would prolong this quest to another day.
yeah,
The find a pet quest.
yeah.
You guys
Well-
don't really need to find him, you know. You're not
Yeah.
bound to the quest.
Yeah.
But Cassandra
But we want to.
and the sad old man who wouldn't stop blubbering.
Made it very compelling to do.
Old man Tostinos.
Chorito.
Old man Dorito Tocinos.
Yes.
Nacho.
So you guys are heading back towards the inn.
Oh,
I would.
At
yeah,
this point,
we-
Alcaris is done with this. He's going to go kick Bach in the face and tell him we're heading out. We're heading to bed.
Yeah, we should definitely, like, eat some dinner, and Lusalim needs to take care of his Brufa friend, see if he's doing okay.
I bring the Meerling with us.
Yes.
Hey, my name is Nanamo, and I am the Dungeon Master of this campaign. I just want to thank you for watching, and hope that you enjoyed our quaint little session. And if you did, we'd greatly appreciate it if you'd let us know by liking, commenting, and subscribing. So may good rolls be with you as you encounter your own dicey situations.